Good morning. It is 5:21 and I am going to do a 24-hour sewing video. The reason is it's been extremely hot over here. So I don't feel like working when it's hot and humid, especially humid. So I haven't been doing my clients' orders and I'm kind of in trouble. So I thought if I do a 24-hour sewing video, I have no excuses. I have to sew. So I'm going to take from now, I'll start at 6, that's in basically half an hour. And I'm going to work for 24 hours. So what am I going to do? I have this that needs to turn into a jumpsuit like this. Then I need to finish this one. This is also for a client. And I've given it a zip in the back. I hope the zip will iron flat. I think it should. And I still need to do those straps and the hem. Then this one is finished. And then I have these 3 dresses that I have to copy. Then there is these that I have to make smaller. I also would like to finish my own stuff. So these are my make 9 things. I've cut most of them out. There's one more thing on my make 9 list. It's a jersey, so that's not going to happen now. And then there is the skirt and those pants. I'm going to start at 6 o'clock. But first, I want to finish my coffee, brush my teeth, and take a cool shower before I get going because it is already so humid and hot. Wish me luck in this day because it's going to be quite fun in the seat. It is just after 6 a.m. and I am ready to get going. And it's the 20th of January. I'm going to finish this one first. 5:07. I'm going to take a break now. I'm starving. So I'm going to feed Malish and myself. And I've put my timer on pause and we'll get back and get going again. I've just resumed the timer and it is 7 o'clock. The power is going off at 9 till 11:30. So I'll do cutting out then. For that reason I decided to start on this now. Because it's cut out already and I don't want to take time when I have power to cut out when I can actually sew. So I've now done the darts on this. I'm going to iron the darts flat, and this lining that I cut out of viscose is very wrinkled, so I can't get the true form of it. So I want to just iron that as well. Then I can put the rest of the dress together. This linen has been in my stash since 2001. A friend gave it to me and I always wanted to make something beautiful out of it, and it's going to turn into a dress, a nice flowy summer dress. Another thing you need to remember when you're working with a very loosely woven fabric like I do here, to do your stay stitching around your armholes and your neckline, because it will pull and then your thing will gape in the front or at the back. And then on my lining, I'm just going to put some Valine around. The Valine is interfacing, and this one you iron on, so I just cut strips on the guys so I can just like guide them around all the curved areas. I'm going to iron that down on the front and the back, and then I'll do the next step. You can keep a needle where it is, just let your end of your foot touch the edge. Because when you do your normal stitch, you're going to have a first stripe on my machine. It's about 1/2 centimeter seam allowance. You just go right around, keep your foot on the edge over here, and that will just prevent all the curved areas from stretching. Because that's horrible when you finally put everything together and you find that your curved areas have stretched and then it gapes. And now we're going to do the armholes. And now it's the front. And this is a V. And I find V-necks often do stretches out. I'm almost worried about it already that it has stretched a little bit. You'll see when I make it. Last armhole. And then I need to change that cotton and then I can start putting it all together. This is really an easy pattern. was off when I was cutting out. And instead of waiting with the lining, because it was very wrinkled, I just threw it out on the table and I cut. And when I ironed it, it's about this much too big on some places. So now I'm just cutting off the excess. And I'm kind of irritated with myself because I knew this was going to happen. I'm just making extra work for myself. And I'm going to iron the seams open. And then I think the power is going to go off here. It's 5 to 9. So let's see what I can get done still before the power goes. The power just went off. And I'm going to pause because I want to go and make my bed. I will start it again when I start cutting out. You can see it's 9 o'clock. And that beep is my inverter. Start my timer. I'm waiting for a client to come and see me, so I will have to stop it again. But I'm going to show you now how to make these jumpsuits. This one had a seam down the middle, but I figured out later on you don't really need that seam. I told my client 2 meters, but no, this is 3 meters. You should have got 4 because this is not as wide. It's not 150 centimeters wide, it's just 120. But I will still be able to get it out. So you take your material, fold it in half, and then you fold it in half again, like that. Now my client doesn't want the leg to be so wide, so it goes like this, and this part will be the crotch. So I'm going to fold it here about that much, and then you cut it there. And to make the outside leg not so wide, we are going to cut it like this, because there is your arm and this will be the front. And then you're going to sew it down. You're going to sew it down, leave 10 centimeters open on the top. And with this you can make straps, and then you have secret pants. There we go. So this is on the fold. There's the front center seam and the back center seam, and there's the side seam. And this will be the legs at the bottom, and then you will just fold it over to make a hem. My goodness, it is hot. Look at how shiny my face is. That's sweat. I don't sweat. I'm sweating. I don't like it. I am now going to cut out the white linen dress for the client. I finished the jumpsuits cutting out, and then we'll see how much time I've got for the next thing. Okay. So this is a day in my life. This client just arrived, and she's like, I would like them by tomorrow if it's possible. She's here on holiday, so I will make exceptions when there's a holiday maker. But I have to make now these pants with all the other things I want to do, but it's fine because I've got a 24 hours sewing going. So I'm going to put you on time lapse and then go. But first I want to show you this. My parents got me these about a few years ago, and they are so awesome. They really saved my hands. They are the Bosch electrical scissors, and they work like a charm. So I'm going to pause the video now. It is 10:15. I need to quickly edit my Friday sews video, and then I can come back and sew. My Friday sews video is up. It is 12:23. It took a bit longer than I wanted to, and I quickly had lunch, so I don't have to worry again. And now I'm going to continue. This is where we are on time, 27 degrees Celsius, and it feels like 100% humidity. This one is done. I just need to iron it. I'll iron later when it's cooler. Then the pants over there is also done, or not done. I'm busy working on them, but I'm making good progress. The white dress for this client, and I am waiting for the fabric for the band of this one, and this one is also done. So I'm now going to sew this dress together, and then I'll do the bottom part after I've sewed all the pieces together. And the heat is relentless. Holy cow. This one is this far. This client, it's 3 o'clock now, so she's coming in 15 minutes to fit, and then I can finish this one. I'm not sure if I'm going to give it facing or just bias binding. I prefer bias binding, but I'll speak to the client first and find out what she wants to do. But I think it's so cute. It's got like pockets. It's a bit low. Now if it's on, it's going to be fine. And then it's going to have a piece at the bottom, and it will be kind of like geometrical. While I'm waiting for my client, I'm going to make these narrower. This one needs to come a bit shorter. It's literally there, it needs to fold up. I've unpicked it already, so I just need to bring it up a little bit, and then those two needs to come smaller. Client is here, and I'm going to stop the timer now and just pause it. So this dress fits the client perfectly, and she brought me a belated Christmas present. There is Lindt chocolate. Oh, and she makes the best chocolate. Oh my goodness, that's a nice surprise. Resume. And I'm going to continue with the blue pants that I'm busy making smaller. They are over there. I'm busy ironing them. Power is going to go off at 5 o'clock, and it's now 30 minutes past 3. The client just collected this jumpsuit, and she is extremely happy about it. I have been off camera because I had to charge my camera, and I finished these ones. And I finished these. These I had to make shorter. These I had to make narrower and shorter. And I still have this one over. I'm just going to mark where I have to sew, and then I can finish this one as well. Then this is done. And time-wise, this is where we are. It's 5 o'clock. The power is off. Melissa's eating over there, if you hear a noise. And this client just brought the material fabric for the band. It's not exactly the right color, but anyway. And then I need to make another pair out of that blue over there, and then 2 of these out of this. I think I've got a lot of work still. And I was busy with this one, and now the power is off, so I'll finish it later on. But I'm going to get some pizza for supper now. I'm going to pause the timer, and after pizza I'm coming back, and then I'm sewing again. So I got my pizza. It is 30 past 6. I gave my friend 2 pieces, and I'm going to have the rest, or maybe not everything. I'll have some for breakfast. And yes, I'm ready to take a break. I've been doing some handwork and some cutting out earlier, even though the power is off, but it's too hot in the house now. And you can hear Malish, she is so hot over there. So I'm going to go outside in the hammock. That pizza was so nice. I have an order for 2 more of these, and I put on this dress because it's still cool, but it's so hot in here. I think I'm going to cut out outside. Maybe I can do it on the grass, or maybe I'm just going to wait until the power comes on so I can put the fan on. It's only 30 more minutes. I'm going to wait. I'm going to take a break now and spend time in my hammock some more. The power is back on. It's 10 minutes past 7, and we are at 15 hours and 40 minutes that's left over, 41 minutes. And I'm going to finish these pants, then this lady's stuff is done, and then I need to finish this one. This was a horrible job. I had to make these pants smaller, but I had to do the hips and the waistband and everything, and it took me forever, but at least it's done now, and we are at 15 hours and 6 minutes. So it took me basically 40 minutes to do it. I'm going to work on this linen dress next. We are back in white. I'm just going to put this light off because I can feel it's getting so hot. Speaking of hot, it's still hot. My face is red from the heat, and it is sweaty. I'm contemplating to go and take a nice cold shower before I continue. But if I look at my timer, we're at 15 hours. I actually think I've got enough time. I'm going to sacrifice half an hour to go and shower. I'm not going to pause, because then I'm going to keep on having to work until tomorrow 2 o'clock. So now if I take a pause or if I take a break, I am just going to let it keep on running. When you fret your cotton, wet the needle, not the thread. The wet needle works almost like a magnet, and it pulls the cotton through. You won't believe this muscle right there is actually getting sore. It's so strange. I am busy doing bust binding around the neck of this linen dress. I don't like facings. I find facings always climb out, or not always, but often, and they are so hot. So my friend who I'm making this order for, she also finds that she gets too hot with the facing, and I'm very happy because I love doing bust binding. It looks so neat and tidy. So basically you sew it and you fold it and then you fold it over. And then you sew it on the back or on the front. And that's the thing. And look how neat it looks. It looks so stunning. The white dress is done. I love it. And I'm now busy with these pants, the band. And when they are done, then I think I'm going to cut out the next pair like this and finish that. And then I'll see after that. There's the time. So I just took a bath and it was divine. I had to clean my foot and put a new plaster on and some cream. It's healing, but it's quite sore tonight, so I think I might go and take a tablet for it. And I want some more coffee. It is now 10:25, way past my bedtime, but I'm still feeling fine. So let's keep going. I'm going to finish the orange pants and then I'm going to have some coffee. I get so irritated when this happens. I just sewed the wrong sides together. Now I have to unpick. She's running in her sleep. It's so cute. We are there. It's 11 o'clock. Sleeping on the table. Oh, I'm getting a kiss. Oh, and these pants are done. Now I can do the next one. 1:15, and I'm beginning to fade now. So I'm going to quickly have another cup of coffee and then I'll continue. And there's 9 hours and 37 minutes left over. I've got these 2 pants done. These are the things that I've done so far. And then there's the one that has gone to the client already. And I'm now cutting out these jumpsuits. Look at the temperature. It's 73 degrees and the humidity is 90%. It's 2 in the morning. It's supposed to be so much cooler. Okay, so I added this piece and I was supposed to put this part in there and I did it the other way around. I'll have to unpick. This is the reason why I usually do not sew when I'm tired. But I'm doing a marathon and it's now 2:30. No, let's have a look. It's now 3 o'clock. I am defeated. In the last half an hour, I've unpicked 4 times. Big unpicks, not just here a little, there a little, big unpicks. This one, it's basically done. It's just this part to make it long enough because there was not enough material for that one. I'm not going to do it again. I've unpicked it 3 times now, or 2 times. This one I've unpicked another time as well. This one I need to do the straps and I need to do the overlocking for the crotch. I'm not going to do it now. I want to fit it tomorrow morning. And I need to do just the hems around the neck and the bottom. I'm also going to do that tomorrow morning. There is 7.5 hours of the 24 hours left over. And at the moment, it is 3:30. I'm going to pause this now and I will continue tomorrow morning. The power will go off at 7 and it will come back at 9. So I will be back here at 9 o'clock and then we will finish the rest of the 24 hours. I know it's a 24-hour marathon, but I know when people do endurance races, they can have a nap but they have to finish in a certain time. It's an endurance race, and sometimes you have to take a nap to be able to continue. I'll see you later. I'm now going to go to bed. I woke up at 6:30 and started cutting out at 7. I did this and did a bit of sewing at 9 when the power came back, until a barrage of visitors and clients arrived. My friend just arrived, so I'm gonna put the timer on pause and I'll get going again later. Okay, so my friend came out this morning at 9. I'm just watching. I think she just arrived back, and she's been visiting ever since. So I have been working, but I'm not working at the speed that I usually would be working because we're visiting, and I haven't seen her since I think last year, November, October, I can't remember exactly. So I have had my timer going because I am working, and this is how many hours I still have left over. We went for breakfast earlier. It was a disaster, but that's a story for another day. And she just went to get us some lunch. So I thought I'll quickly pop in and just give you an update because I don't want to film while she's here. I just feel that's disrespectful. But I'm still going. I'm busy working. Hello. It is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. My day has not gone according to plan. I had visitors, and some of them stayed longer, and it was a lot of fun. So I did so while they were here, but we're on the timer. I put it on, and we still have quite a lot of time. From all the other times I paused, we are done. We have officially sewn 19 hours and 39 minutes. I'm sure there was a bit more where I forgot to put the timer on. So let's say we've sewed 20 hours. I am happy with what I've accomplished. These two are done. They are jumpsuits like the one I was wearing yesterday. This is a dress for me. I did not finish it. The lining is in place, and I need to do the knippies, and then I can flip it over, and I need to sew the shoulders together and the hem. I wanted to do the alterations on these three pairs of pants, and I did. That's one of the jobs that I've been dreading. I didn't want to do it because I don't like alterations, but as I said before, alterations pays the bills. I've also finished this one, but I need her to come and fit. There were 2 pairs of pants that I did. They've gone to the client already. And there was another one of these jumpsuits that I did that also has gone to the client. And I also finished this linen dress for another client. I cut out this jumpsuit. That's still an order. And I've cut out another jumpsuit like that. It's over here. And that's also still an order. But I am done now. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I want to go and take a nap. The power is going to go off again at 5 o'clock, and I need to edit this video and get it up by tomorrow. I have a few thoughts about this whole process. I realized that by doing this, it actually got me to be more effective. One of the things that happened was because I only had 24 hours and I wanted to get as much done as possible, is I did not really go on my phone. Usually when I'm sewing, I will go on YouTube and listen to something while I'm sewing. By doing this exercise, I didn't do that. I also didn't go on Spotify or answer a lot of messages. I've answered my messages in the first 10 minutes after the power would go off for load shedding, and it made me much more efficient. I also found that I was more in tune with when I eat, when I drink water, because usually I will use those things as an excuse not to sit down and do my work. I only allowed myself to make coffee when it was load shedding, and maybe 1 or 2 times in between. What happened out of that was I found I've got much more done than I usually would get done. Even though there was quite a lot of interruptions yesterday with clients arriving to fetch stuff, and today friends arriving, I still got more done in basically 20 sewing hours than I usually get done over the weekend. 24 hours of sewing is not something I will do all the time, but I will apply what I've learned in my day-to-day sewing practice. And I'm hoping to be more efficient with the time when I do sit down and sew. But if I can actually limit myself to times of sewing where I put my phone off and literally just focus on sewing, I think I might give myself more free time to do other things that I love. I will also start on a Monday to batch cut. I know if you do private sewing for yourself, maybe you don't have so many things to do. But on average, I have about 10 things a week that I have to make for clients. And this way, it will force me to get those jobs done. Previously, what would happen is I would cut it out, maybe, and then sit and start, and then decide, oh no, I don't want to do it anymore, and then continue tomorrow. And then the day before, I sit and I panic sew through the night or until 12 or 1 o'clock, get up at 3 o'clock, sew some more, and it put me in very difficult positions. Also, with load shedding, I would often end up not being able to finish an order. One of my aims for this year is to be more efficient. And I am so glad I did this exercise because I found a few things that will make my sewing time much more efficient. Thank you for coming along on this crazy marathon. I had a lot of fun doing it. I hope you enjoy watching the process and that it will inspire you to get some stuff done. I, for one, got quite a lot done and I'm very happy. Have a wonderful day and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.